Good day, YouTube. My name is Colin, and today we're talking about 5 things you can do to spend less money without sacrificing any of your lifestyle. Okay, now the first thing I want to talk about is the grocery bill. Now, people spend so much money. I recently started switching and eating dog food. As you can see, it's got salmon, it's got potatoes, it's got peas. There's all kinds of different varieties. Really everything you need. And it just comes in these little pellet form like that. They taste delicious. I'm joking. Nobody eats dog food. It's disgusting. Now, what I really want to talk about though is all the food that you throw away, okay? And this is a result of poor planning. And I was a victim of this before. But when you go to the grocery store, make a list, have an idea of the meals you're going to make, okay? You don't need to spend a ton of time, but just kind of brainstorm before you go to the store. Now, one of the things we do is we meal prep. So we'll say like this week, we got stuff for chicken fajita burrito bowls. So we bought a bunch of chicken, bought a bunch of peppers and onions, black beans, all that, cooking it all, put it in Tupperware for every day of the week to take for lunch. But the general idea here is that you're planning, and by planning out your meals, you're not just going to the store and buying random stuff, and you're gonna end up not wasting so much food, because when you go to the store, you just buy a bunch of stuff. At the end of the week, you know, you may have milk that's about to expire, lettuce that's gonna expire, and oranges, and it's like, you're gonna make a meal out of lettuce, oranges, and milk. Like, half the time you end up just not being able to use the stuff and you throw it away. So the first thing we're gonna do to save more money is we're gonna plan out our grocery list, all right? Next thing, along the same lines, the second thing I wanna talk about is buying generic. Now, a lot of people go to the store and they buy name brand stuff, but the thing is, a lot of the generic brands are made by the same brands as the name brand stuff. They just contract with them and they sell it under their private brand. So that means companies like Procter & Gamble or Kraft Foods, or a lot of those, are making the same products under a generic brand, oftentimes a lot cheaper. So always look for generic, and if it's available and it looks really similar to the name brand one, it's probably the exact same and it's probably made by the same company. So switching to generic can greatly reduce your grocery bill. Now, next thing, this is a broad topic that I'm gonna briefly summarize, but cutting down on your utility bill, okay? This is a way to save a ton of money, and there's so many things you can do that will not sacrifice your lifestyle. Now, first off, it's estimated that 42% of home energy costs are due to heating and air conditioning. That's according to the EIA. There's a lot of things you can do to your heating and your air conditioning costs. Number one, getting a programmable thermostat. All right, a lot of times people just take their thermostat, they set it at whatever they want it to be, say 70, and they just leave it there all day. But really, do you really need it at 70 when you're sleeping? Do you really need it at 70 when you're at work 8 hours a day? By getting a programmable thermostat, you can drop it down to say 65 while you're gone. Now, how much you're gonna save on this is gonna vary a lot based on the size of your home or how efficient it is. But it's estimated that for every 1 degree you drop your home for 8 hours, you'll save roughly 1% of your energy. So if just 8 hours you drop 5 degrees, you can save 5% on your energy. And it may not seem like a lot of savings, but think about it this, I mean, you're not home anyways, so what do you care? You know what I mean? It literally affects nothing for you. You know, you're not experiencing any more discomfort. You're just reaping in that savings. So that's a great thing. Another thing, insulating your pipes. A lot of hot water pipes are not even insulated. So you're losing so much. Your hot water heater is working so much harder to get hot waters for your showers and your dishes and all that, because it goes through these tiny little copper pipes and they're not insulated at all. So they're dissipating so much heat, especially in the summer when you're air conditioning your house. You're warming your house a little bit because you got hot water pipes going through the house. So by just getting some cheap, I'm talking about investing a couple dollars, going to Home Depot and just getting insulation to go around all your pipes and just quickly, it's a really easy thing, especially if you have like say an unfinished basement. Go follow your water heater, follow the hot water pipe and just insulate those pipes. super easy to do and can definitely save you some money on hot water. The next thing, light bulbs. Okay, getting more efficient light bulbs throughout your house can be huge, especially now it's Christmas time. A lot of people put lights on the outside of their house. Switching to LEDs is astronomically cheaper. Okay, I'm talking about like, we're not talking about saving like half the money. We're talking about like 10% or less as far as how much energy the LEDs use versus the classic light bulbs. So switching to LEDs and more efficient light bulbs, another thing you can do that doesn't really sacrifice any of your lifestyle, but will save you money. Also, I didn't talk about this before, but as far as saving on utility costs, checking your windows. A lot of times there's so much draft coming in on your windows, especially in the winter. You can just go get some 3M plastic film, put it around your windows, blow dry it. You know, it doesn't take that long, and it'll cut down on the drafts. Not only will you save money, but you won't feel so many drafts, and you'll be more comfortable in your house because you won't walk past a certain area and get a cold chill because of all that draft coming in off those windows and things. So all those things can help to lessen your costs on utilities. All right, next thing I want to touch on is utilizing your local library, because a lot of people will just go buy books or DVDs or magazines. You're already paying taxes to have these resources at your local library. Why not you take advantage of them? And up until about 5 years ago, I didn't really use my library much either. And when I went and started going to my library, I realized, man, like when I bought a car, I could get my Consumer Reports magazines from my local library. Any book I want to read, I get from my library. Pretty much any. And the other thing too is music. I know a lot of people get Spotify and stuff, so maybe this isn't a big deal to you, but you can pretty much get almost any CD from your local library. And now a lot of times, I know mine even has like ebooks and things that I can download right off my library's website. So I don't even have to check out books. I can just get the text for free by downloading it using my library account. So much free stuff you can get from your local library. Definitely check that out because you can definitely save some money by utilizing that library card. All right, last thing I want to cover, and I'm going to keep this because I don't want my videos to be 12, 13. I've noticed a lot of people don't like a 20-minute video, so I'm going to cut off here with the last thing I really want to cover, and that is the attitude around shopping. All right, our culture is so fixated on buying, on shopping, and a lot of times we end up buying things that don't add any value to our life because we just like to go shopping. And shopping is almost encouraged as a hobby or as a form of entertainment, right? People will go, oh, do some retail therapy or just go to the mall and end up just wandering around and buying things they don't need. Try not to go to a store unless you have a specific thing you need, right? So if you need, say you need more dress shirts for work. Go to the store with the plan of just getting those dress shirts you need. Don't wander around the store. I know it's so easy to do, and marketers are very sophisticated and they're very good at doing this stuff. Like they'll put, I don't know if you've noticed, or I don't know how many of you guys noticed this, but like low involvement purchases will be right near the register. So maybe you'll walk up there and you'll see, oh yeah, maybe I'll get some breath mints here because I need this or whatever. So a lot of times it's just the stores are set up to encourage us to wander around and to do this just impulse buying of random stuff. And you actually get a feeling of satisfaction and excitement when you buy things. And shopping can be an addiction, right? But even if you're not a problem shopper, I know a lot of people, myself included, I've been a victim of this. Or I've been someone who's done this. I know years ago, I just love getting new clothes and always trying to, look nice. But realistically, so many people end up buying things that they don't wear and they don't really bring a lot of value to your life. So really think about things that you need and don't go to the store unless you have a certain item that you need. Do not avoid going to the store and wandering around and just making shopping, do not make shopping be a form of entertainment, right? It should just be something you do to get things you need and go to the store with the plan. Just like with the grocery store, same thing for the rest of your shopping. You're just gonna go in there with a plan in mind, all right? Now, I'm cutting this off at 5. I might make a part 2 just because it's so fun. There's so many other things that I love to just talk about and get a discussion rolling. about ways you can spend less money. You know, I'm guessing a lot of you probably are aware of a few of these, but maybe there's a thing or two on here that you hadn't yet utilized, and I encourage you to just at least try it out. Like maybe, you know, check out your pipes in your house. Check out generic brands at the grocery store, okay? That's today's video. Hopefully it was kind of a little bit lighter since my last video where I wanted to tear about how crooked the Federal Reserve is. I tried to keep things a little bit lighter and more fun today. If you enjoyed the video, if you thought maybe some of it was useful, feel free to give a like. Also, feel free to subscribe. If you're interested in personal finance and investing, you might enjoy my channel. Other than that, that's today's video. Thanks for watching Financial Success.